Well, happy Corona cocktail hour. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go to Brazil and we're going to make a Caipirinha. Caipirinha is actually made with something called cachaça. There are several different kinds of cachaça. There are a few that are specific to regions. This one is called the Secret of Patron. It's from a certain region. There are several different kinds of cachaça you can get. Some of these you can. This is actually a barrel aged. It's actually a darker one, you can see. But we're going to actually use this fella right here. To make your Caipirinha, what you're going to need is one lime. So you take your lime, and it's kind of specific what you want to do when you do this. You want to cut the ends off the lime. And then you want to slice it around the edge here. The reason why you do this, you take the peel off. The reason you do that is because it really makes the Caipirinha bitter if you don't do that. So you basically take the edge off of there. The pulp is very bitter. The white part or pithy part of it is bitter. Then you'll cut it in half like that. And then actually the center part, you want to cut that out as well because it again is very bitter. So you just use your knife and you'll cut it down like this. Get rid of that. Do the same thing here. And for this, you're going to need something called a muddler. What I like to do is actually score these a little bit here across the top of it. And we're going to get our rock glass here like this. And we're going to take our two lime wedges and put them in here. And then I'm going to take actually it seems like a lot, but a quarter cup of sugar because that's a full lime in there. So it's actually kind of bitter and tart. The sugar will balance it out. And then what we'll do is we'll get our trusty muddler. And the muddler will basically go in there. You want to kind of turn. And what that sugar will do is actually kind of work as a natural abrasive and actually break the lime down. Okay, that's the first step of that. Kind of can mix it up a little bit too. That'll dissolve that sugar. You're done with your muddler. Then you're going to take 2 ounces of cachaça. Now, cachaça is actually technically a rum, but it's from Brazil. In Brazil, instead of using molasses, which rum is a distillant of, they actually use cane sugar juice. So it's a little different than rum, but it kind of has the same flavor, but it has its own unique flavor. So we're going to take 2 ounces of this. Throw that in there. And then we're going to take a cup of crushed ice here. You can use whole cubes if you want. And what you want to do is you're going to shake this. And you're going to shake this pretty vigorously. So basically get a nice froth going. And you want to basically try to dissolve that sugar. And you always have to smile when you shake the bartender. So it's part of that thing. So what you can do here, so we'll knock that out. Use your same glass, it's fine. Then basically, you pour it in there. And if you want, if it's a little too strong with the Caipirinha or with the, the cachaça, you can actually put a little bit of soda water in there. But then you can just use a lime wedge and garnish it. And there you have your Caipirinha. A classic Brazilian cocktail. It's actually their national cocktail. And you would think that's the last of this, but no. Boop, 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 boop. Bonus cocktail. So we're going to put the Caipirinha aside, and we're going to make a Bohita. A Bohita is basically sort of like a Caipirinha, but what you do with that is you take an actual lime, well actually a half a lime, and you want to squeeze it with your squeezer, and you get the juice of a half a lime. And basically press it in there. Sometimes I use like a little extra lime to get all the juice you can out of that thing. And use the side of it like that. And then from that, again, we're going to use our cachaça. We're going to use 2 ounces of cachaça. Same kind of thing as a Caipirinha, except for you're not really muddling with the sugar, the actual lime. It's just lime juice in this case. And to that, we're actually going to add coconut milk. And coconut milk is comes right out of the can. It's probably one of the only things that are left on the shelves after this coronavirus epidemic here. This is unsweetened, so I'm actually going to add another 1/4 of a cup of sugar to give it some sweetness. And same thing, we'll add some ice. And then we're going to shake it up. So this is more of a frothy drink. Again, you got to smile. And that coconut gives it a little sweetness if it has the sweetened coconut milk. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw this in our glass.